Okay. You might find yourself, maybe you just hold on, what's it? You might find yourself in this kind of a thing, or and they will ask you to create a project, create WBS, and give you a Word document where they will list what they want you to do. And they would have, can you just hold on, please? Don't move anything.
Okay. Okay.
And you find yourself, you create WBS and you won't see it. They have done something and they will expect that's the main test they want to test you about. It's about creating that project. If you claim that you've done it before, you should be able to resolve the problem. So how to resolve it is um, WBS not appearing after creating it. So you go to your table, you open the project where you've created that WBS. If the project is closed, you open it,
Yes.
then you right click on your table. Right click now. You go to group and sort by.
Okay.
So at this point, sometimes when you are at this level, it could be like what is giving you responsible manager, prioritizing, blah, 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 all these stuff. However, what you want to be able to do is to be able to see that WBS. I'm expecting it to give you something. Can you put your cursor anywhere else, anywhere, just, okay. You see that green button or activities at the top.
Yes.
Click that activities. Just want to see something here. Now, if you right click on the table, now go to group and sort. Go to group and sort. Yeah, click on that. Okay. Now, are you sure you created WBS?
Very
Because
well. I did.
if you created WBS,
Yes.
I should see it now. Are you sure you created that WBS? Because if you create that WBS, that should appear now.
I did. I did on She Maggie.
You didn't do it um on
I did on this too. I did on this. This was what we
okay.
did last. This
Yeah,
was
I'm
what we
just wondering. I should be able to
did.
see it. I'll just take control. Just give me
Okay.
control. I will check something. Press control. Still waiting to get control.
Just hold on.
Okay. So if I go to that project level, let me just check your project. Because if you have WBS, you should show. So take for example, these are not your project. These are not your projects. These are already,
Mm.
yeah. So let's open this project as an example. And you do control. So you have, if I go and click on this blue icon, which is WBS, we have all these WBSs, right? What should happen if you've created one and you
Yes.
can't see it?
Yes.
Because I'm still wondering. So let me just create a WBS now and we'll come back to this project. Let me just add a WBS. Let me do what we have taught you. So I've added a WBS. I will call it uh, right? That WBS, I'll make it to align, stay under design. So when we
Mm,
go to activities, I will still come back. I'm just trying to
yes.
make you realize something. You have Olale on here, right?
Yes.
If I do something now, you won't see Olale there again, right? So this is what I'm expecting when I went to that end to go and do something. So if I should go back here, right, and say, I will explain all this to you, but if I take this out, if I don't take this hide if empty, Olalekan should be back. Olalekan will be back. What this is telling you is, which because that's the next thing we want to do today. So that's why I don't want to explain. I will explain during the class. But if you have added all these WBAs that you said you've added in here, right? We should be able to see the WBS there. I'll do something else again. Be honest with you, I'm not sure. I can't see any WBS that you've added. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you, I'm just trying to see, maybe you put it under a different EPS.
I even aligned it just like you. I aligned it. So
Yeah, I'm just wondering. And you call it words. You said, I'm just looking for any EPS that probably we're looking at. Oh, you said you did it here, right?
yes.
Um, I can't really because like like I said to you, you've created a project under construction. That's why you find project there. If you've not created any project here, you will hardly see anything there. So I hmm, can't see any project. I can see one project, but I can't see WPS. Don't know, maybe you press something to delete everything yourself because it won't PCs automatically save projects. So let me go to layout and see. Maybe you've changed. Um, maybe you've okay. Let me do something again. Let me just use standard project view. Let's see this one. It's good to troubleshoot when you have a problem because sometimes challenges helps more than if you face some challenges, it's hooked you more than you're learning something linear. Okay, so if you can find it, the last thing I would do is check here. No, I don't know. You must have pressed something, delete everything. Maybe you selected it and delete all the project and delete all the WBS. Because if you choose to delete it, PCs cannot do anything without regards. The PCs can only save any project or anything that you've done. You don't need to press save, but you can decide to delete everything. It won't stop you from deleting it. So I've looked at every hidden things now, and I can't really find. So what you're gonna do, because we'll be using these, right? I'm gonna
Yes.
give you these again. So I think we've got how many? So that we've got how many WVS have we got? So that you can do it, because I don't want to leave you behind.
Mm.
Um, this is just gonna be how many have we got? You
You said we
remember?
should do 5.
No, for the one, because we're gonna use this Dangote for what we've done so far. What we've done so far, that's what we're gonna use, because we need to move on. And we'll come back. So what I was expecting to happen, right? What I was expecting, let me just move them to the same level. And I will explain to you what I was expecting. Uh, just-
I must have deleted it because all this I did. I aligned it
yeah,
and did the
you
tapering.
must have deleted them, because they won't just disappear, because PC saves automatically as you work. So let's say, can anybody help me with the first WBS? The
Um,
name
okay.
Survey.
Survey, yeah.
survey. Did we call it Dangote Group House?
Duplex house.
Duplex.
Okay, the place survey engineering and design, right?
Yeah. Procurement. Construction.
Instruction.
Commissioning.
And deliver.
And
Closeout.
results. Thank you. This is where we stopped, right?
Yes.
So what I was expecting to happen is, um, let me just, we've done this now. Let me just, which I would definitely at some point, which I will explain to you. I will use this to explain. That's what I meant. That is the let's close the project. Now, so we have these. So what happened here is what I was expecting to see is when you get to this level, which I'm going to teach you next, that's when you understand this. You won't see your WBS here. And
Yeah.
that is, I will explain this to you when you will understand this probably by the end of today. Because what I'm going to do next, what we're going to focus on today, then we'll go into this, is the working calendar. So I will give this. Who wants to be the tutor for tonight? Who wants to be?
I can try. Fortune.
Okay.
Olekon, you want to be?
No
Lek-
problem.
Okay, since we are in Lekon's page, let's use Lekon. Then who said you can be? Who's
Daniel.
Fortune.
Fortune? You will be
Okay.
the next one, the next topic. So
That's okay.
I think we have everyone here because this topic, the next topic, is very, very important. As a planner, you must understand this. If you don't get these, not that if you don't understand these, you will struggle, right? You will struggle. So the next topic I'm about to teach you is calendar. It's called calendar. How to create and assign calendars. So we talked about project being something that it must have a start and a begin and and end. And this start and end is controlled by your working calendar. So when you go to a place and they ask you to create a project, you can create a framework like we've done. That okay, this is a framework of the project this is a framework that Dangote House is a framework. Now, you must be able to determine, not you must be able to validate or affirm the working calendar of those people or the resource working on that project. What do I mean? Working calendar could be, some people could work Monday to Friday, some companies. Like you go to office, you only work Monday to Friday as somebody in the administrative arm of the office, not the operational ones. The operational ones, they could say they're working Monday to Saturday. And you working Monday to Sunday, Monday to Friday, you will have a timeline for each day. Monday, they could say Monday to Friday, 8 hours a day. That is your capacity. Some may say, okay, you can do some overtime, but it has to be approved. But your standard working hour is 8 hours per day. So when you go to a company and they say develop a project, you need to understand their working calendar. You need to understand the holidays they take. The statutory holiday, do they observe every statutory holiday? Do they observe? If they observe, you must take that into consideration. That some days are statutorily holidays. They are not working on those days. Some companies have special days. You know, some company will say well, this year we are 60 years old by October 2nd, so we won't be working. So you will add that to the statutory or UK holiday that they've already. So that day, you will need to make it an exception. So if I told you a project is going to take 10 days and it will start on a Monday, right? Who can tell me when this project will finish? Let's assume we just want to assume that that project will start on the 1st of September and it's going to take 10 days. Who can tell me when that project would finish? Anybody, please.
So isn't five working days?
Who says that? Who is that?
Daniel.
Daniel. That was the first because I was expecting somebody to tell me, oh, it's going to finish on the 10th. That is a very good question. The first question, what is your working hours? What are your working days? Is it 5 days? Is it 6 days? Is it 10 days? Is it 7 days?
7 days.
You need to ask that question. And they will tell you, oh, we don't work weekends. Oh, we work weekends. Oh, we work alternate weekends. So you need to understand the pattern of their working days. I went to Saudi to work, having the backpack, having this UK standard of Monday to Friday. Went to that, okay, I thought planning something. I was still a JJC thereabout. And they said, okay, we work 5 days a week. And I said, oh, Monday to Friday. No, they don't work Monday to Friday. They work Sunday to Thursday. So you must understand the working pattern, or else you'll be messed up. Calendar is key. If you don't get a calendar right, you can't get anything right in the project. So that is why you must get the calendar right. Also, there are some things that you must get right. But I will tell when we start teaching about going to resources, then we can talk about that. They call it man-hour, but let's just keep it simple now. So Monday to Friday, yeah, good. So to your question, we're working Monday to Friday, 5 days a week. So when will the project finish? Starting on the 1st of September, and extend this project.
That should be on the 14th.
14th.
Yeah, 14th.
Let's just
That
see.
should be 14th.
Okay, let's see. I don't know, but I will just make sure we all understand it. So can we all see this calendar?
Yeah.
Let's count it. So we said no weekend work. So first day, second day, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, right? 7th, 8th, 9, 10. Good. We got it right. So if you don't ask, you might say, okay, 10 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We finish on the 10th. And the project manager is, oh, when do you think that project, or the project director, when do you think that project will on the 10th? And then they'll come back to you. And do you know what you're saying at all? Have you asked? Right. Have you hacked our working calendar? No. So why do you think he's going to finish on the 10th? So we don't work weekends. So these are the questions. And what is the next question after that? Who can tell me again? Mentioned it earlier on.
How many
What will be your next
hours?
question?
How many hours per day?
Thank you. What is your capacity per day? What are your resource capacity per day? Oh, some will say our FTE, FTE stand for full-time employee. Our FTE works 40 hours per week. That means 8 hours a day. So you need to understand and say, oh, our PT part-time employee works 2 days a week. That is 16 hours a week. So I don't want to delve into that. Let's just keep it simple. Let's say everybody's working 8 hours a week. So we know that calendar is 5 days a week. They don't work weekends. We know that 8 hours a day. Right. Now, good. Thank you very much. The next thing is, if you could go ahead and say, let's say that project, there are statutory bank holidays that you need to observe. They don't work bank holidays. Let me take you back. Let's say they said these projects will be a 20 days job. We don't work weekends. I want to pick your brains. We don't work weekends. It's going to be 5 days a week. And this project, okay, let me say this project is 25 days, please. And they said, we're going to start this project on the 20th of April. When do you think the project will finish?
Can you please say that again?
How many days?
25 days project.
25 days.
Yes, and the project is going to start on Friday, the 28th of April. When will the project finish?
Okay.
All statutory holidays, UK holiday observed.
28th of April. I need to go back to my calendar. So from 28th of April. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that should be second.
No, 30 May.
Okay.
Oh, 25
That should
days.
be-
Sorry.
25 days.
That should be 2nd of June.
That should be 2nd of May.
2nd of May. Who say
It's
2nd of
starting
May?
on
it's actually 1st of June.
6th of June.
Who say 6th?
Fortune.
Okay, who say 1st?
Daniel.
Who has any other opinion or any answer? Who else?
That should be June 3rd.
June 3rd. Okay, I will start from Daniel. Daniel said 1st, right? So tell me, can we count it now? I want you to count it, Daniel. So
Okay.
count it. Let's just hear you. I
So
will control.
25 working days, right?
Yes.
Starting from 28th of May. So 28th is the
28th
1st.
of April.
28th of
April.
April, yeah. 28th is the 1st. So
Yeah.
then that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the 5th.
On the 5th, that's 6.
Yeah. On
Yeah.
the 7th, that's on the 8th, that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12
Okay.
on the 12th.
That is 11 days, is it?
12.
12 days, right? Okay.
8, 9, 10, 11. No, sorry, that's 11. 11 on the 12th.
Okay.
Yeah. Then
Okay.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16 on the 19th.
Okay.
then
How many
17,
days?
18, 16th on the 19th,
Okay.
then 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 on the 26th,
Okay.
then 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25 on the 1st.
But you said on this.
I
Oh,
said
25
1st.
on the 1st. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
1st
thank you.
of June.
25 on the 1st. So who says somebody said thought.
I.
Okay.
Please, Deji, just to mention, there was no public holiday provision, right? In the one you gave us. You told us to calculate.
Who says that?
Daniel, I just want to be sure that there was no public holiday.
That's what I said. All public holiday
All
observed.
statutory holidays.
Okay. So please, I don't know all public holidays anyway. So
Okay.
I'm guessing May 1st
Do you
should
live
have
in
been,
the UK, right?
yeah, I guess May 1st should have been a public holiday, so it should have been 2nd.
Okay.
If
Okay.
May 1st was a public
That's
holiday.
fine. That's
Actually,
fine. Who says third?
Olalekan.
Okay. What makes it third? We've
Yeah,
counted.
if we start from 28,
Okay.
that
28.
is 1.
Yeah.
On the 1st is 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6,
Okay.
7, 8, 9, 10,
Okay.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. If we take the 1st out, it will fall on the 3rd because we counted 1st of May, which is supposed to be a public holiday.
Okay. Who says sixth?
I did
Fortune.
fortune, yeah.
Why did you say six? We won't count. Why did you say six?
Okay, so first of May, early May bank holiday. 8th of May was the King's coronation. 29th of May was late May bank holiday.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Fortune. There's only Fortune that got it right. Yeah, I can understand. Somebody said, oh, I don't know the bank holiday. You just have to know it. You just have to understand those statutory bank holiday. All you need to do, because they won't tell you, all you need to do is to Google. Go to Google every year. Find me. It's your Google. If we go to Google search.
UK bank holiday.
So you will get it here, right?
Yes. UK bank holiday.
So it will tell you 2023 UK public holidays. And I do normally print out the calendar and keep. So if you look at me, you've got 1, 2, 3 blocked out. All these reds are bank holidays. You don't plan anything on those days. So that's why Fortune got it right. I can understand some people, but you just have to have this weapon in your arsenal. So you can't say, I don't know. Because you're working in the UK or probably later in Nigeria. If you're in Nigeria, you need to get Nigeria bank holidays that people won't work. But you need to revalidate that with the with the people, are you going to work or not? Because they will encourage some people to come to work and pay them double. So if they're going to work, just ask, are you going to work on bank holidays? It's simple questions. If they say, oh, we will work on this bank holiday, but we won't on this bank holiday. So we understand that now before we go into pieces. I just want us to understand that exercise. So when we go into it, then we will understand what I'm saying. Any questions so far? Okay. If there is no question, we will now go and create calendars. So to create calendar for a project, there is always, the calendars are categorized into 3 phases or into 3 categories. The 3 categories, one is called global, and I will explain each of them to you. One is called resource, and the other one is called projects. Global calendar, resource calendar, and project calendar, and I will explain each of these to you. So to get to where to create calendar, what you will do is to go to enterprise. So I will let you take over and I will explain why you are doing it later on.
Okay.
Or give remote. Go to enterprise, then drop down that thing so that the functions are there. Then go to calendars. Click on calendars. Then these will come up. What I've just explained to you, I said calendars are in categories: global, resource, and project. What does this mean? Global means every project in that EPS or in that column, every project that you guys are going to do, maybe Dangote Group, you can have a single calendar or calendars that every project that you're going to do, we have access to. They will have access to that calendar. They can use it. It's not specific to something else. It's just, okay, it's general. Anybody can, it's a national cake. Anybody can go and borrow that calendar or replicate that calendar. Say, I want to use this calendar. And everybody will have access. Even if you create a calendar, everybody will have access. I will tell you how to create it. I'm just explaining this. So if you say, for example, you have examples there, 5 times 10. This simply means 5 days, 10 hours. That's what people that's the way they put it out there. 6 times 24. I think 6 days, 24 hours shift. 7 times 24. 7 days, 24 hours shift. Then you have corporate standard full time. It's just a default. They default to that because they tend to believe everybody works in the office. The standard hour is 5 days a week, which I will show you what is behind it, because somebody might say, okay, why didn't they put 5 times something? But they call it corporate because they want it 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. PCs always believe people work 8 hours a day, 40 hours. That's the default for PCs. If you create a calendar, you'll be thinking, okay, that person should work 8 hours a day. So in that corporate standard, it's the same thing as traders. It's five days work week. It's the same thing, 5 days a week, 8 hours. Or these can be modified to whatever you like. These are example of global calendar. And in global calendar, any project, if Ade is working on a particular project, Olalekon is working on a particular, you can use this calendar. It's reusable. You can use it, and everybody will have access to that calendar. Resource calendar is peculiar to that resource. Maybe Omolola she's a consultant or she's a part-time. She only works 2 days a week. You create a calendar. You ask Omolola, okay, or they've given Omolola a contract that she works 2 days a week. 2 days a week is Tuesday and Wednesday. You will create a specific calendar for Omolola. Omolola, this is your calendar. You are not sharing the generic calendar, which is in the global. You are sharing a calendar that we can only give you or assign any job outside, assign only job that can be done on Tuesday and Wednesday. Any job Monday, Thursday, Friday, we can assign it to you. Right? We can't see anything that will be done Monday. Oh, Omolola is not available. When they assign that calendar, you won't show Omolola will be available because Omolola only work Tuesday and Wednesday. Project. In that type of calendar, the resource calendar also is open. They can use Omolola on Daniel's project, Omolola on Arthur project or Fortune project. Omolola can be dragged to any of these. Our calendar can be dragged to any of these. But when it comes to project, that calendar is specific to that project. If Daniel is doing, let's say, reconstruction of Third Milan Bridge, that's a project, and a calendar was created and named 5 times 10 Third Milan Bridge. That's the name of the calendar. Nobody will have access to that calendar except Fortune. That calendar is specific to that project. And I will demonstrate all this to you. And you will see. If I'm working on a particular project, and once it's created and I said, okay, this calendar is specific, we are only working on Third Milan Bridge Monday to Wednesday. That's our working calendar. Every other day, we don't work. That calendar is specific to that project. Any questions so far? Okay, we'll crack on.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
So,
Right.
Now, if we have a project calendar, right? If we have a project calendar and we also have a resource calendar, so Deji is a resource now, and your resource, maybe you're a borrowed resource from another department, so to say, and then you work 4 hours with us, but you are also working on the project. And let's say this project is maybe 5 by 10, but you are a resource. How do we blend? So as in, when you join this project, do you also inherit your individual calendar when you are working on the project? Or because you're on the project, you are working on the calendar of the project? I don't know if the question makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. You are working on a calendar of a project that says task A to D or A to F. Monday, Tuesday, A, Monday, Tuesday, B, Wednesday, C, Thursday, D, Friday, E, A to E. Those are the tasks. And you assign it to a resource like Omolola. And you said, Omolola, you need to do, what's it called? We've got this task. And you said A to E, each of them will take 8 hours a day. A will take 8 hours, B will take 8 hours, C will take 8 hours. So each day, and your capacity per day is 8 hours, right? Let's assume that. So Omolola has a calendar that, as just said, Omolola has 16 hours capacity per week, right? So if you assign, when we get to reason, we understand this. If you assign Omolola to each of these tasks.
There's no update for me, but
Hello?
I'm sorry, it's muted now.
If you assign Omolola to each of these tasks, Omolola will only be able to do B and C because she doesn't work on Monday. And he will be done on Monday. He will be done on Thursday. He will be done on Friday. She can only work 16 hours a week. Even if you have a normal calendar that says, okay, this thing is Monday to Friday. But when we get to resource allocation or resource assignment, you will understand more of these. Because it's a good question that you've asked. But at this level, you won't, because we've not gone to resource. I'm just teaching generally just for you to understand how calendar works. However, the best thing what I will tell you now is you have a generic calendar, like you have a project and a calendar is assigned to that project, right? That project will say, okay, let me put it this way. We said, let's say a project will take 10 days, right? And you have you and Omolola. You know, you can plan a project, but if you don't have resource that is going to do it, you're just joking. So let's say each day you need 2 people to execute that job for each day, right? So, and this job is going to take 10 days. Okay, let's say you need 2 people because Fortune, you are on a full calendar, you are working, you are a full-time employee FTA that you work 40 hours a week, right? So if Omolola worked 40 hours a week, when you start the project on Monday, it's going to take 10 days. When would you finish it? On the next Wednesday? Let's say we're using 5 work week calendar. Do you agree? Let's say a project will take 10 days, right? And we assume that each day, 2 people will need to work on each task. The project will take 10 days and is 10 tasks. So each day, 1 task. For the next 10 days, it's going to be 10 tasks, right?
Yeah.
Now, each task per day, we need 2 people to execute that task. 1 person cannot execute it.
Okay.
But you and Omolola, you are a full-time employee. So you work 8 hours a day, every day of the week, right? But Omolola only work 2 days in a week, right? So if Omolola was working 40 hours a day, 40 hours a week, then you will finish the project. If you start on Monday, you will finish it next Wednesday because it's 10 days, right? Do you agree?
Yeah,
Now,
since she's doing
but Omolola is on a resource calendar that only works 2 days a week. So when do you think you will finish that project? Let me put the question back to you or anybody. When do you think they will finish that project?
So me, I am working full time, but Omolola only works twice a week, like 2 days a week.
10 days. 10 days, 5 days.
10 days. So Omolola works 2 days a week.
40 hours, they need 80 hours.
I think the question we need to ask is, how many days, if it's 10 days, how many days will it take for 1 person to work? That's how, if we're able to get that, then we can analyze and be able to arrive at how many days it will take the 2 of them since Omolola is not working every day, she's working only twice in a week.
I think I've explained that
Yeah,
you need 2 people to execute a task
in 10 days.
a day. So you have 10 tasks. Let me explain this again. You have 10 tasks.
Okay.
And each task will take 1 day. And you need 2 people to execute 1 task per day. And 1 person, Fortune, is working Monday to Fridays for a full-time guy. If Omolola was working, if Omolola is full-time person as well, and they start the job on Monday, 10 days will finish the next Wednesday. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
But Omolola only works 2 days a week. When will this project finish?
I think the project will take 16 days.
How?
So each task, there are 10 tasks to do. The 10 tasks are expected to take 10 days.
Yeah.
Now, for 1 task to finish, it takes 2 people to work on 1 task.
Thank you.
So Omolola has only the availability of 4 days in the whole of 10 days because she works 2 days a week. So I'm just using mathematics now, sorry. So Omolola has joined me to work on the task and she has 4 days. So for those 4 days, we're able to finish 1 task each.
Yeah.
So that's 4 days accounted for that we are done. Now we have tasks of 6 days left. And I am the only one available. So because it takes 2 people to work on a task, that's 6 times 2 because I will have to work 2 days to finish 1 task. So that means 12 days plus 4 days that myself and Omolola has worked. And that makes 16 days altogether.
Thank you. Thank you. That's brilliant. That's what I want to hear. So what you've done is, in the first week, you can only do how many days? You can only do 2 days work because Omolola only works 2 days, right? The following week, you will do 2 days. So you have extra 6 days to do. Because Omolola can, I've told you, Omolola only work 2 days, right? And 1 person cannot complete a task. It has to be 2 people. So you have extra 6 days on top of it, that making 16 days. We all understand that. Who doesn't understand? I can repeat myself. Who answered the question? Was it Fortune or
No, it's off. So, but for instance, I don't know, maybe I made a mistake in my calculation, but I think I'm getting 12. Yeah, I'm getting 14 days.
Oh, how do you get your 14 days? Let's
so
maybe
okay. So the way I've done it is, I can't remember the names. So the lady works 2 days in a week. Yeah. So because I think you said both of them need to work on the task to complete 1 task in a day.
Yes.
So if she's only working 2 days, so both of them will work together and finish 2 tasks for that week. Yeah. So since the manpower is just 1 resource that is left, so what they would have, if the lady was working the other 3 days, so what they would have accomplished would have been 3 tasks, but because it's just a guy, so I calculated it as 1.5.
Well, the guy wouldn't work because he has 2 people asked to accomplish the task.
Yeah. Okay.
Even if you're starting, the guy has no capacity to finish the work, to even start, because they won't let him start.
All right. Okay. Now I get
it. They have to work together.
They have to work together.
Okay. Okay.
So what
I was thinking.
Yeah, you're good. You're on the right path because it's good for us to challenge anything if you don't understand. It has to be clear. If the terms are not clear, then we have to challenge it and get an understanding of what we're saying.
All right.
You understand? That's one of the planner's job, is just to challenge, not rudely, just challenge. Okay, I don't understand the logic behind this. Can you explain again? So this is what I'm thinking. Or we say, oh no, maybe I didn't say it properly. This is what I meant. Okay. Then you take that on board.
All right, sure. Thank you.
I'm enjoying it. So do we all understand? Or who doesn't understand? Please don't be shy. We'll still discuss that later, but it's good for us to have the concept, to understand the concept now. Right? We all understood that, right? Now, we want to create calendars now. To create calendars, what we need to do, we just need to go through the normal process as we've been going through. So to create a calendar, we know how we got here. We go to Enterprise, Calendars. It will give us this GUI. Then what we need to do is to click on Add if we want to create a new calendar. If you click on Add, please, you want to create under Global now. That is why Global, the radio button is on. So we select Global, then click on Add, the plus button. Lincoln, are you here?
Yeah, please just hold on. I'm trying to get somewhere. Just click on the can here. I want to get
Okay. Let's wait for Lincoln.
Okay. Yeah.
Up NEPA is. Are you on now?
Yes.
Okay. If you click on Add, you want to add a new calendar. You want to create a calendar under Global. Click on Add. So what this thing will give you is going to replicate what you are saying. Oh, please don't click on anything until I ask you, please.
Okay.
It's just going to replicate what you are seeing in another window, and it will ask you to select from. So what is done is making life easy. You don't want to start doing the calculations. Okay, I've got some templates for you. Choose from the templates. So what we want to choose now, you will now look for something that is similar to the calendar you want to replicate. Let's say we want to do 5 days a week calendar. So you can see there is no we want to do 5 days, 8 hours a day. So which of this calendar that is close to 5 days, 8 hours?
5 times 8, that's what? I think it's 5 times 10.
Okay, good. 5 times 10 is close. Then the corporate calendar is the same thing, like 8 hours. But let's choose what we can see now because we don't know what is in the corporate calendar. Then what you would do, you will select that one that is closer. And once you've selected is highlighted, that you click on the green button, the green plus button. No, the one below. Yeah, that one. It said you select. So click on that. Then you will see, it will tell you, don't click anything now. It will say new calendar. It's you that will now name it. Let's name it 5 by 8. Just a 5 times 8. Just type 5 times 8. You don't need to click on it because once it's highlighted, you can just type over it.
Okay.
No, 5. No, don't click 5 by 8. 5 times 8. That's what I said you should do. You've
By
only
8.
typed 5 by 8. I said we're doing 5 days, 8 hours. 5 times, just use
Okay.
5. Like the one below it, just say 5 times 8. No. Like the one below it, you can see it's X, 5x8 or times 8.
Okay.
Okay. And you don't need to leave a space. You just write it together like the one, just like the one below it. Just exactly like the one below it. So no space between 5 and X. Just yeah. So now you've created a calendar that says 5 times 8. But what you've not changed, you've just changed the name, but you've not changed the genes, the gene inside it. So you've changed the external by giving it a name, but it's still carrying the genetics of 5 by 10. So how do we know this? So you select that calendar that you've just created. Click on it.
This?
Yes, click on it. It's selected now, you can see. So then you go to modify.
Do I click it?
Yes, please. Now, when you click on modify, it takes you here. Now it's telling you, okay, global calendar, the name is 5 by 8. You can see it at the top. So total work week per day. And it said detailed work hours per day. Now the total work week per day, work hour per day is showing at the top at the radio button. Now, it's telling you, because we said we've just taken a replication of 5 by 10. So they don't work weekend, isn't it? It's 5 days.
Yeah.
So if you see all these gray, the one that has the gray, you can see Saturday and Sunday are gray. You see the background, right? Background of Saturday and Sunday, they are gray. So,
yes.
And if you look at the bottom, you will see standard, non-work, and exception.
And exceptions.
Okay. So standard means the working time, the standard working time. Non-work means we're not working on that day. That is why it's gray. You can see standard looks like it's not totally white. It's a bit
white.
yes. So non-work is gray. You can see it. Exception is white. So please note that, and I will explain each of these as we go on. So if you look under work hours per day, can you see that thing under work that said 10.0?
Yes.
It's saying we don't work weekend, but we work 10 hours a day. That is what it's saying, work hours per day. But we said we want to create a calendar that only we want 8 days, 8 hours per day. If you click on the 2nd of August, same thing. If you click 10th, same thing. Click 25, same hours, 10 hours. Because we've taken a genetic of something, but we've not it has not gone through some mutational period to change it to what we want. So now, what we would do, we've got our 5 days a week, that's fine, but the hours, no, the hours is not fine. So what we would do is to go to work week. Leave the radio button as total work, don't change the radio button to detail work an hour. Maintain the total work hours per day. Go to work week. Click on that. What we want to do is to change those hours to 8 from Monday to Friday. we know we don't work on Saturday. That's why it's 0. We know we don't work on Sunday. That's why it's 0. Can you change those hours to 8? Just type 8 into. Just type 8 into each of them. Just type 8 white. Yeah. We've changed Monday to Friday to 8. Now click OK. You will see now select second and check the work hour. Second, third, then go to September. You click on that arrow here. Do the same thing. You'll see all has changed to 8 hours. That's the easiest way to do it. Right? Those calendars changed to 8 hours. Once you've created that, so what we want to do in 2023, what we want to do is to change those bank holidays. So we go back to May. Hello, can you go back to May? May 2000.
Okay.
Go back to May. Let's start from May. Let's select 1st of May is a bank holiday. What do? Because we want to change it to non-work hour, is saying is work hour now. What you would do is to go to non-work where X is. Yeah, click on that. That will change it to. And go to 29th on the 8th. On the 8th, we know it's King's correlation. Non-work. Click on non-work. 29, non-work. And we'll go to the next bank holiday. I think is go to August. August 28th. Non-work. Right. So now go to December. December is the next holiday. Most companies, they don't work between Christmas and New Year. So you can click on 25th, then click on your control. Wait, just wait for me. Please. Click control on your keyboard. Control on your keyboard, just on your keyboard, hold down control. CTRL, then click 26. Just hold it down. Click 26. 26. No, you are not holding your control down. Hold it down. Click 26, 27, 28, 29, then say non-work. No, 30 is non-work. Please follow my instruction. If I don't ask you to click, please don't click. Click non-work now. Non-work. Yeah. You've changed all that to non-work. Then go to January. January 1st, in England, they observe a non-work. Non-work, please. Non-work. No, I didn't say you should click 25th. Is now
this.
Wait now. Now is click 20 is click that. So if you select 25th now, just remove your hand from you selected 25th. Now, because you are moving your cursor, please just calm down, please. Calm down.
Okay.
But I don't ask you to click. Don't just click. So he has mistakenly clicked 25th. And you can see the work hour has gone to 0 because he's clicked non-work. But we are working on that day. Now, what would you do to get it back to work? What would you click? What's the top here?
I think we'll click work.
Okay, let's click it. Good. Just click back on work and it takes you back there.
Why did you? What happens if we click standard?
Thank you. I'm expecting that question. Right. I will show you something. If, you know, I told you PCs always think of PCs always think of 8 hours a day. That's the way you think. Now let's just practicalize what you've just said. Now click on the 25th.
28th.
25th. The 25th. Now increase the working hour to 10. I hope it's going to work here. But if it doesn't work, I will take another calendar. Now, you see that is showing what background?
White.
White, which is exception, right? If you click on 24, it's 8 days. Click on 25, you've made exception for that day. Now, if you click on, you want standard, right? If you click on work now, click on work. Click on non-work. It's taking it to 0. Click on work. One thing he's going to do is it will look normally if it's 10 hours, if this calendar, okay, I will practicalize it. Let me practicalize it now because I want you to understand this. Now, go to work week. We'll change it back. Go to work week. Work week. Work week.
Work
week. Work week. Click on work week. Change all the here to 10 again. So somebody asked a question, so we need to 10 days. $10, I mean. Okay. Now, everything is gone back to 10 hours. If you click on 17, on the 17, okay, it's 10 hours. Click on 11, we all agree it's 10 hours every day, right? Now, click on non-work. It changes that to 0, right? Click on work. What did you do?
I clicked on work.
What hours can you see now?
8 hours.
Instead of
10.
Good. Now, click on non-work, right? Just select 18. Let's select another one. Select non-work. You should why is it giving me this? Okay, select work. Okay, I know why. So I will go back. I want to select let me see what I would do. Click OK. We'll come back to this. Click OK. Go back to that. Yes, you've selected that calendar. Click modify. Modify. Okay. Let's select on the 30. Let's say non-work. Click on non-work.
No, it's not.
You should work. Just select 30 or 23 or select any date and say non-work. Okay, why is my standard not showing? Let me see why. Click work. What you should do is when you click on standard, it would, instead of giving you 8 hours, it will take you to any hours that the surrounding is doing. It won't take you to 8 hours as PCs is thinking, but I will find out why it's doing that. Let me just take control a bit.
Okay.
It's good to find out why it's doing that. So, okay, so if I click here, my work week is 10 hours, yeah, and I've got this. To give you the 3 options if I click on any of these. Okay. Now, I don't know why it's not giving me. So I've clicked on here. All the 3 options are on now. So remember, this is 10 hours. Remember?
Yes.
Right. So I click here, it gave me all the options. If I click here, it should give me 10 hours. It should give me 8 hours. So I'll click on work. That's what it's thinking. It will give me 8 hours. That's what he's thinking. Every person that is working must work. He won't think about, okay, every other day is 10 hours. He will say, okay, you've put your 10 hours, is your problem. I'm thinking it's 8 hours, everybody. Or if I select this now, let me see. Now, you said it's non-work, but if I select standard, to give me the 10 hours, I said standardize it. I don't want you to give me what you're thinking. Standardize what others are doing. Do you understand that? The difference between work and standard. Hello?
I don't get it. The
Okay.
standard gives 10 hours. Is that?
So you've set your work week for all the
Yes,
calendar.
at 10 hours.
Right. That's what you've set every day to work.
Yes.
But remember, you said some days, okay, we don't work at all.
Yes.
Right? What PCs will be thinking, if you want to change that day to a working day, PCs will always think for you in 8 hours.
Okay.
If you click on work, it will set it back to 8 hours. But if you click on standard, it will match it up with every other day that is carrying what you've set as your working hour. Do you understand? If I click on work now, PCs will say
It will
8
be 8.
hours. So
But
if I go here now, well, if I go to where, let me look at one of, if I go here and say, oh, 29 is now a working day, I will bring in people and I will give them extra money. So I want to turn it to a work day. If I click here now, you know, every other basis is 10 hours, right? If you look at this hours, if you can, what you will do is to click standard. It will set that day to your normal working hour. It won't think for you, say, oh, this is the default. Do we understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody asked that question. Do you understand what we've just done?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Okay. So I'll set this calendar back to what we're trying to do. Maintain, we said 8 hours calendar. So we need to change this. We go to work week. We do 8 hours. It's 8. Why I'm taking my time to do this is the backbone of your plan. If you don't get this right, you won't get your plan right. So once you've done this, you've set, you know, your bank holiday, you've checked your statutory bank holiday, and you've asked them as well. They've confirmed it that these dates Let's just do it till this is standard, 1 2 standard. So we know March, Good Friday is 29, I think. Non-working days. Then we know Monday, April 1st. Non-work. So have we all done ours, like what we, because this is what we're gonna be using. Anybody behind? Because once we've done this, once we are happy, we're just gonna click OK, and that calendar will be saved. Huh?
I was watching after I first
Okay.
started. Let me quickly do it.
Yeah. Yes.
Same year.
Sorry.
I just said same year. I was watching. I was in.
Okay, that's fine. If you
Yeah.
can go back, I've
Yeah,
not checked your
definitely.
assignment. I've only checked. I will do it in the next 5 minutes. Because if you don't do your assignment, because I will ask you to do some assignments on calendar, because you need to get calendar right. I'm telling you, you need to get it right. So once you can keep watching, then because I will give you assignment that you will pick. So once you get this right, or when you're happy, just you can decide. I will tell you this. If you this, let me explain this to you. You won't believe things I've been planning. I just understand these beats in the last 1.5 years ago. Because I did something. Because what he's saying is, if you took a global calendar, which we'll go to the other one, then I will explain. Okay, let me leave this. I will explain it the next thing I want to say. So now you will do, once you are happy with what the one you've blocked, right? What you can do is you can go to, everything we've been looking is sitting here by default. It comes radio button. Let's look at this detailed work week per hour, and I will explain then the time period for them to you. Let's first look at this detailed work week per hour. So what this will give you, it will tell you the time. This is 00, that is 12 midnight. Every bar in the middle, every long bar across the middle is 1 hour. From ear to ear is 30 minutes. From ear to ear is 30 minutes. So it's saying 0 to 30, 30 to 60. That is 1 hour. That's what he's explaining here. But if you now go to less work week, right? It's showing you what we're just seeing here, but it's taking you to something else. Apart from when we click here, work week looks different from here. So it's saying Monday to Sunday to Monday, the same thing. That's what he's saying here. So instead of me doing this, let me cancel this. Instead of me coming here and do it in a quicker way by clicking this, and because I want 8 hours, I do 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, Monday to Friday, fine, like it. When I was still young in planning, I will come here. Well, the way I was taught, I will click the detail work hours per day, and it will give me this. And I was taught again to click here, work week. And I will now select the hours I want to work. So let's say they said they will start their shift by 7 a.m. and finish 5 p.m. How many hours is that? Almost 10 hours, isn't it? 7 to 5. Can someone tell me how many hours is that?
I think that's 10.
That's
10
10.
hours.
Yeah. That means 7 start from here. What does this color tells us? From what we've learned so far today.
They are broken into 30 minutes each.
But what does this background color tells us?
Okay, it's blocked. Like, it's not a working day because it's grayed out.
So to make them a working day, what we would do, we'll just select 5 to 10. Just put your cursor and drag it down. You'll see it highlighted till 5 o'clock. Right? 5 o'clock, the bar. You can see it's highlighted. I start from here and drag. Click and drag till 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock ends here. No, I'll start again. 5 o'clock ends here. Right? Ends here. 1600, isn't it? And I will click work. And it will change from this gray that I'm working 10 hours. Right? If I'm working 10 hours. But in this regards, I'm working 8 hours. I can say my 8 hours will finish here. Right? Will finish end of 2 o'clock, isn't it? Or I can say, okay, I've dragged it to 5 o'clock. I want to take 2 hours in between, maybe 2 hours break. All I will do is, maybe I said, okay, from 11 to 1 o'clock, they're going to have break. I will come here, I will select here, and I will say non-work. At the end of the day, it will still give me 8 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can do it straight, or you can do it that way. So, but remember, I'm just taking you through the long route. If somebody says, oh, well, I've not seen it doing that way, that you just go to total work hour and click work week and just put your hours and that's it. I've selected Sunday and we don't work on Sunday. So don't make that mistake. This is a long route, but what you want to do, okay, in this case, everywhere is grayed out. Okay, let me cancel this. Yes, I want to cancel. Go through the process again. Work week. What I will do is Monday, I'll click my control or shift to select Monday to Friday. I click on Monday and I click on shift on my keyboard to select Monday through to Friday. And what I want to do is someone has even opened that up. So what I want to do is they want to work 8 hours. They will start from 8 o'clock and finish 4 o'clock. Count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Someone has done it. But that's the way you do it. You just highlight it. Then let's say someone hasn't done it like this. Let me just say not work, right? It's a non-work. Yeah. You just select everything. You just select Monday to Friday. Then you start from where you want to start. Let's say you want to start from 7 to see, I'll click 1, start from 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, whenever you want to start. You just want to count 8 bars. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you stop. Then you said walk. Then each day, if you click it, it's giving you 8 hours a day. So that's, I don't do it like this anymore. I just go, let me cancel that. Sorry, let me cancel that. Yeah. I just go to work week. So I just go to total work hours, then click work week, put the hours there straight away. Do you understand what I'm trying to explain to you now? Those are the two methods that you can use to select your hours and your working week. That gives you the working calendar. And once you're happy with that, just go to the last OK and click it. You have your calendar. That's your calendar. That's under global. Now we will do the project. It's the same process. We will ignore results now. I can do it, but I don't want to do it now. We'll do it later. But I've explained how it works. So to do project, this one anybody can access it. But when it comes to project, it's peculiar to that project that you've selected. This project that you've selected, that will be only peculiar to that project. So what you would do is to click on this radio button, and it will tell you there is no project, there is no calendar now. If nobody has created any calendar for that project, this place will be blank, right? This place will be blank. That way you can do it. If you see it like when it was here, what he's saying, display calendar. If you click on this drop-down menu, right? If you are looking for a calendar, you can find, if there are rows of calendar here, you can find one. You can find them here. If you are looking for, maybe you don't want, maybe you have like 40 calendar, you are looking, you just click on find. If you know the name of the calendar, you just type the name and you'll get it there. So now we go to project. Nobody has ever created any calendar on that project. It will remain blank. To do the same thing, all you need to do is the same process. You click on add, and it will give you this. And I will give you back your control. I've given you back your control. Now, I want you to create a calendar of 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. You do that for me. 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. It's the same process. Just talk us through as you're doing it. Just talk us through before you click, because you are the teacher tonight. Talk us through, what would you do?
5 times 8.
Sorry?
No, I'm trying to. You said we will look for which of the hours that is closest.
So, yes. Just talk us through. Say, okay, I will look for.
So we'll look for. I think this is the nearest. 24 times 6 is more. How many hours a week?
6 days a week, 12 hours a day.
Hours a day, 12 times 6, that's 48. I can.
You won't go and hard again.
Sir?
You won't go and hard again. You've created the calendar. What would you do next?
I think it's modify.
Okay. Is that correct, everybody? Just wait. Anybody else? Is that correct? Anybody else?
Yes, modify.
Okay.
And select the work, please.
He's talking to you. Can you mention your name before you see anything?
Daniel.
I didn't
Daniel
hear
is
you.
talking to you.
Yeah, you
Daniel is
modify.
talking to you.
Yeah, so after you modify 6 days a week, so you select the days that you're working. So if it's Monday to Saturday, so you need to make those Saturdays work week and work days. So then since it's 6 days, 12 hours a week. So first go to work week. Work week.
Work week, okay.
Yes. Change them to 12 hours a day. So 12. Can just press tab. Press tab, it will just be taken to the next one.
I should press
Tab. It will just take you to the next one. It's faster that way.
okay, add.
No, don't worry, just continue. Now, yeah, hold on. So Deji, I want to check something. If we change this Saturday here, if we change it to 12 hours, does it automatically make it a work day on the calendar?
Yeah, I'll just say 6 days a week.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
Like
want Sunday. I just want Monday. 6 days a
Saturday.
week.
So
Okay.
change it.
That's 6 days a week, starting
Okay.
from Monday.
Select okay. Okay.
You go ahead. Okay.
Yes. So now we have 6 days a week. We have 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. Then you can click OK here.
What's that 30 days for? On the 30, what's that? Why is the exception?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
On the 30 is exception. What would you do to make it normal?
Is there a section there?
What would you do to make it normal? To make it
Just click on
normal.
work.
Work.
Yeah.
Would I make it normal?
No, click on standard. Click on standard.
So make it normal.
Click on standard. See.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can see how works and standard works. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So what would you do next? What next would you do?
You click on OK, that's it.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Simple. That's the process. You've created a project calendar. And if you go back to global, you won't see that calendar there. If you click on global, no, don't, yeah, global, yeah. Would you see that 6x12 there? No. It's just for that project. Any questions so far to create calendar, project, and resource? Any questions so far? Hey,
I have a question.
go ahead, please.
So for people that work in rota.
In shift.
Yeah, in shifts. So I know that you mostly do that. So now let's say this project now is a 7-day, like it's an urgent project, and they're working 7 days a week for 3 months round the clock, 7/24. But of course, people are working in rota. I know that they will do it in resource calendar, but like they'll have to resource each resource the hours that they work. But my question now is because in rota now, this person might work Monday to Thursday, and next week is working Tuesday to this thing. Are there ways to automate these processes, or you have to specifically select or like create time for each person? So let's say you're working on a major construction project. It's a major road and they need to work 3 months round the clock. They are using 1,000 people are working on it. Would you have to create calendar for each 1,000 resource, or is there a way to automate this process? That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, what you're thinking, you're right. Well, there are two ways. You can decide if they want to monitor the man hour. They can decide to say, okay, most people they work in gang, which I will explain later, but I'll quickly explain that. Gang means they can say a gang of four. It could be a painter, a bricklayer, a laborer, a pipe fitter makes a gang. And those gang, they work in a shift. So most in a big construction, they can say 8 gang men. So you have 1,000 resources. You divide them into 8. You assign a calendar because they're working as a gang, as a team. You assign a particular, if they're working at night, you assign that shift calendar to them. If they're working in the day, you assign that shift calendar to them, right? Or you just use 24 hours times 7 calendar for everybody. Whatever your shift falls into, you will work to your capacity of 12 hours a day. And that will resolve that. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, they can do that. They can, if they want to really, really monitor your man hour to get what they call productivity, how productive you are. Because when you say somebody has a capacity of 8 hours a day, it doesn't mean his productivity per day is 8 hours. Because he will go and smoke, he will go to the toilet. These are not billable hours. These are hours that somebody, Daniel, did you watch that last night's game? The time is ticking. Oh, they were explaining, they were saying, you will assume when you are, most of the time, when you work from home, you even work more hours. Then you go to the office. Go to the office, somebody will come out. Oh, Danny, what club do you support? Oh, I support Arsenal. Oh, da, 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 da. We'll talk for 30 minutes. Somebody else will come. Do you want a cup of coffee? Can we go to the kitchen? So somebody says, I want to go and smoke. Can you follow me? You know, your productivity at the end of the day, most people productivity hours, they just rate it at 6 hours per day for an 8 hours job. So if they really, really want to monitor your productivity, that's why they will break it down. They will start more, they will create a resource calendar for you and start monitoring your productivity. Let's don't let us go there now. It's not, these are not what you're gonna meet in most of the jobs you will get into. But because though they will ask you, oh, do you know how to resource? Do you know how to cost? And behold, sometimes you don't use it. You just need to understand the basic, not basic logic, which we'll go into by next week. So any other question? If there's no question, this is my assignments. I will check both because you've got enough time now. I will check both assignments on Monday, our next class. I want you to, can you please get these? I know we're recording, so you will still get. I want you to create a calendar. I want it to be, the first calendar, I want it to be 7 days a week, 7.5 hours a day. 7 days a week, 7.5 hours a day. For 2023 and 24, all UK statutory bank holiday will be observed. Then our company holiday is sorry, I just want to check calendar here. Are you in control? Or myself? Are you in control or myself?
No, you've handed over control to me.
Okay. Okay. Let me just quickly take control so that I can check something.
Okay.
Just 1 minute. Okay. So our company holiday on the 16th of October is our company holiday, the anniversary of our company. So we're not working. And on November 7th, we will work half day. Is that clear to everybody?
Yes.
Okay. It's clear and no more question.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Because when we look at the timeline, when we are setting the work hours and everything, so you said the work hours is 7
Who
hours
is
a day.
talking? Is that Olaliko?
Daniel.
Okay, Daniel.
So the work hours is 7.5 hours a day. How do
Yes.
we do half of 7.5?
Okay. I will leave that to you. Yes. I will leave that to you.
Oh, boy.
I know some people know the answer straight away, so I wouldn't answer that question. Any other question? I'll leave that to you. Then if you don't get it, we'll talk about it on Monday. Is that okay? Because if I told you the answer, I'm
That's
giving
fine.
away the answer to the question, to the assignment. No? Yeah. Any other question? Okay. See you on Monday, but please, I'm going to inspect. The first thing I'm going to do on Monday is to inspect the one I gave you last one and this one. Please make sure you do both assignments. You have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday till 8 o'clock to do this assignment. Please, I beg you, do it. Then we'll move on from there. Thank you, everyone.
Hello, Deji.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
My name
Who
is
is talking, please?
My name is Jide Banwo.
Jide Bam?
Jide Banwo.
Banwo. So are you just joining the class because I've never heard that name before?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And this is all new to myself. And the software that is being used, I don't have it. So I don't know what to do, how to go about.
Okay. Deji told me about you, right? So we agree you will go and watch the videos, right? Then I will install the software, then we'll carry on from there. You have the next class is Monday. So we've only done a few classes, so you can watch the video and understand. That's the agreement between myself and Ichi, that I will install the software for you tonight so that